her enlightenment first. Please welcome Myra Alisa Faisal again.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. The internet started as a divine gift to human society. As the internet grew, human knowledge on technology does not expand. 24.51% of parents are responsible for teaching their children on being responsible to using the internet, as proven by National Baseline Study on Cybersecurity Awareness 2016. I am sure everyone is pretty much aware that children and teenagers nowadays are more prone to technology and social media apps than parents. And this is what drives them closer to cyber crimes and danger. What's worse is that most parents can't do anything about it because, well, they are either lackadaisical towards computer security. If that's not the reason, well, then they barely know anything about the internet. This is the reality of what is happening in the world at this very moment, ladies and gentlemen. Therefore, we present to you our program, #CPU Cyber Parents Are Us. CPU is an abbreviation. Sometimes parents need to accept the fact that the world is becoming more and more advanced daily. And if these parents can't accept that, then your children will be put in great danger. Yes?
Alright, so apologies for interrupting. But you're saying that, okay, never mind. Anyway, my team has highlighted that there is a Malaysian stigma that parents are in fact aware of the cyber threats, but they don't do much about it. So if they don't do much about it, how is your campaign actually going to break that stigma? How is it going to work with the existence of that stigma? Please answer.
Okay, I will pass that to my first speaker.
You said 40% something that actually acted on it, right? While 90% actually knew about cyber threats. How do you know that another 40% that actually knew about cyber threats actually didn't act upon it just because they don't know about how to act upon it? How are you very sure that they knew how to use the cyber world correctly?
Sorry. Cybercrimes are spreading like wildfire to this day. And children are the ones that are targeted by pedophiles because they are at their most vulnerable. CPU was established from scratch. And it means that we are parents that know about the cyber world and we are responsible digital citizens and we can make a change. Responsible digital citizens refer to netizens that utilize information technology and make use of it responsibly. There are two types of parents that my first speaker has mentioned earlier just now, the online parents and the offline parents. Surely. Yes?
Your first speaker has highlighted about parents having ego. They don't want to listen to their children because they have ego, like, why would I listen to you? You're my child, I gave birth to you. But, how is your campaign going to turn down that ego? Because that ego has been established as long as the child was born. Yeah.
Thank you. That's a very good question indeed. Alright, so parents' ego is parents' ego is with them right now is because they do not want, sometimes, not all parents in fact, some parents do not listen to their child that much because maybe, I'm not sure myself because I am not a parent, but the fact is that some parents do not actually listen to their child, whereas most parents actually do. But this small number of parents have they have ego, and what our campaign is basically a parent-to-parent talk, which is why we want to collaborate with older people instead of just us, because surely we can do it, but we want to have a parent-to-parent talk because parents, they will listen to their parents as what we have introduced, and they will listen to other parents as well, rather than just listening to their children. And I will continue with my speech. Surely, we could tackle only the online parents because they are easier to educate. They know about the online world. But we have to consider the offline parents who know nothing about the internet, who could not afford the internet. Their children could be a victim of cybercrimes. And what is sad is that they cannot do anything about it because they don't know anything. And this is why we developed CPU, ladies and gentlemen, so that both types of parents get equal amount of knowledge and they can help ensure the safety of their very own children. But how? Yes?
Apologies for interrupting you again. Well, you mentioned something about a Facebook page and a website, don't you? Now, the key thing in successful campaigns is an established audience. So, now that your Facebook page is quite new, your website is quite new, you don't exactly have an established audience because you have not built your credibility. So how do you plan to fix that?
It seems to me that my third speaker would like to answer that.
Thank you very much. Well, there's a reason why we actually want bigger organizations to help us to collaborate with us, because we want them to help promote us. That's why we are working with bigger organizations compared to just smaller organizations. For example, we are working with Cybersecurity Malaysia, which is known to be a big agency. Also, we are working with DG, therefore we can help them promote us because we are connected to them.
Shall I continue? Let's start with the online parents, ladies and gentlemen. Back to business. Although parents already know the basics, they have to equip themselves and update their knowledge, as I have mentioned earlier, about online usage to become responsible digital citizens. But why do parents need to become responsible digital citizens? It's all a game of monkey see, monkey do. They are the role models to their children. They are the ones their children will follow as they grow older. And if they practice certain methods on becoming responsible digital citizens, so will their children, and this will prove that there will be a brighter future for the cyber world. We are perfectly aware that Facebook is the most used social media app among parents and adults. Here, parents would usually upload pictures of their children's growth, especially new parents in fact. But this is why we chose Facebook, and even if they post pictures of their child online, this is dangerous, ladies and gentlemen. Even pedophiles or predators out there can attack their child. They know where their child is, and this is dangerous. And this is why we want Facebook. We have created a Facebook page, as I have mentioned earlier, to post updates and also to open up a Q&A session for parents to ask questions about cybersecurity and ways to become responsible digital citizens. Websites are also widely used for research, and that is why we also chose this as our ticket to culturing them to becoming responsible digital citizens as well. Websites are all over the internet, and it's the first thing we see when we type something, when we type a certain statement, when we type something we need on the internet. The first thing we see is websites, ladies and gentlemen. There are so many websites out there, and this is why we want it to be the main platform for people, especially parents, to become responsible digital citizens. Of course, with the help of CyberSAFE and Cybersecurity Malaysia, because with their information, without their information, we could not do this, because we've learned from them and they have helped us in many different ways, ladies and gentlemen. While I was researching, I stumbled upon CyberSAFE Parents, although it seemed a little bit outdated, but it at least had the basic knowledge that parents should know to become responsible digital citizens. And that is why we also see a lot of potential in websites. YouTube has become a widely used platform for entertainment. Videos have been uploaded there for years now, and it never gets old, am I right? Yeah! That is why we choose YouTube. videos, and we want to post videos in purpose of entertainment as well as to spread special messages and interpret them inside these videos. To spread awareness regarding cybersecurity and ways on becoming responsible digital citizens. Moreover, we can determine parents will give the videos a chance because right now even parents are into YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. This is the reality. We are pretty much aware that the Ministry of Education has provided many facilities to not only our schools but as well for our teachers, for us as students, and even for our parents, and which is why we choose for VLE, virtual learning environment as well. It was a project by one Ms. Sarinet, as I have mentioned earlier, and parents will be given a personal email and password where they can log in anytime, anywhere to ask questions and share tips with parents from all over Malaysia with the dashboard that is provided. And here they can hear it from different perspectives and they can help out with the parents from the rural areas and also the big cities. And this makes it really fair for both types of parents, online and offline parents. Thus, parents can learn new things about being responsible digital citizens with other parents as well. The percentage of internet users in Malaysia, 77.6% of inhabitants in Malaysia uses the internet, and that is startling. 24.1 million people, ladies and gentlemen. And what's sad is that 57% are parents that do not know how to use the internet at all, ladies and gentlemen. Think about the parents who can't afford to buy smartphones for their child, but instead buys them a simple phone that can only be used for calls and text messages, but has access to the internet. What's scarier? Wouldn't that be difficult for the parent? They cannot do anything because they don't know, ladies and gentlemen. Which is why we want to consider these parents by forming a volunteer group. If it would contain a group of tech savvies and are willing to help other members, these offline parents, ladies and gentlemen. These groups will consist of parents including the Kumpulan Sokongan Ibu Bapa, KSIB, and the PIBG, Persatuan Ibu Bapa dan Guru. The information will generally be about the internet that can be useful in many different ways. Workshops will be held as a one-day event at the school compound using the facilities that we were provided by our beloved Ministry of Education. We won't use papers, but instead we will use slides and videos to spread the messages because it is more convenient than wasting trees by chopping down trees. We can use the internet because the internet is beneficial and it brings a positive impact to us. The workshops will be educated by the parents with basic knowledge regarding being a responsible digital citizen, and special guests will be invited, ladies and gentlemen, because they are more professional and they talk. We want to give a parent-to-parent talk, like I have answered one of their questions just now. Give a parent-to-parent talk instead of just as mere teenagers teaching them. After these activities, we will give out surveys regarding CPU through modules, our Facebook page and website to see if our program has made an impact. Then we will compile them and using Google Forms to make graphs. With this, we can learn our mistakes and keep moving forward and keep striving to success, ladies and gentlemen. Well, what's in it for the parents, you might ask? Well, with this, they can finally learn how to become responsible digital citizens and tell all about it to their children so they can carry out this habit. Who would we be honored to collaborate with? Many agencies, including BTPN, Bahagian Teknologi Pendidikan Negara, schools, KSIB, PIBG, Cybersecurity Malaysia, DG Polis Diraja Malaysia, and the Ministry of Health. This is an approach that follows the National Blue Ocean Strategy that was introduced by our beloved Prime Minister, Datuk Sri Najib Tun Abdul Razak, in our effort to enculturate parents to become responsible digital citizens. And with that, I thank you.
Thank you for to be a Team B was great enlightenment and also entertainment. And now to end the session, I would like to call upon Adriana Eva Alfred Tice from the Team A to present her enlightenment.
Hello, we meet again. So today I'll be enlightening you about our campaign, which is for the children. Now, Why are we certain that this campaign will in fact work? Why are we so confident that this campaign is doable, sustainable, relatable? It sounds good on paper, but does it work in real life? We confidently say yes. Why? We have already started it, in fact. We launched this campaign yesterday on Instagram. Now, look at what we have. We have examples of pictures of children participating in the hashtag for the children Malaysia. Seeing your kid with these statistics, and seeing that, oh, my kid is under risk, instead of, oh, someone else's kid is under risk. The kids out there are under risk. Your kid is under risk. This is sure to raise alarm amongst parents. And besides, we have shared this information on a social media, on an account with an established audience, which is Siberians Daily, our school's official Instagram account. As you can see, we have 219 likes as of last night, and we have over, I'm sorry for that, but 502 impressions on the stories we post on Instagram. And ladies and gentlemen, we just launched this last night. We launched this yesterday. Oh, yes?
The ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, it became viral because it was amusing to teenagers. And this is just a simple pick and statistics, which has been tried before, and it lost interest for a while. For now, it's in school areas. But how about after this?
Thank you for your question. Now I will answer it. Don't worry. Despite the fact that the ALS has lost interest among the internet citizens, you cannot deny the fact that they have raised over 100 million US dollars in a span of less than 30 days. You cannot deny the achievements that we have achieved. And of course, as students, we have limited resources for now. So as of now, this is the best we can do. I mean, not really. If this topic was given to us 1 month earlier, 2 months earlier, we could do better. And adding to the fact that currently Selangor Form 4s have exams, I'm a Form 4, and we have PT3 as well. So launching this campaign yesterday with 500 impressions, 219 likes, and a guideline with over 50 posts and stories on this hashtag, I think that's quite remarkable, isn't it? Now, moving on. Basically, what we're trying to say, if you strip... Yeah, oh yeah, what? Oh yeah, sure.
Sorry to interrupt. How do you plan to spread the word about your campaign to parents or children who do not have access to social media?
Don't worry. That's a very good question, actually. Now, if I bring you back to what our campaign actually is, it's a cross-platform campaign. We are planning to have not only a virtual campaign, but also a physical campaign. And you can even implement your elements in our campaign, which is workshops, etc., volunteer, have talking with parents. And the fact, anyway, basically, we are doing both. We're having best of both worlds, not just the virtual world, but also the physical world. Now, if you strip our campaign to its bare bones, all it is to educate before it's too late. To educate the parents, to educate the children before it's too late. We don't focus on parent to parent, but rather involve the children as well, because if we give the information to the parents only, with the children's being clueless, it'll be the same situation, like, oh, clean the floor, and then the kid will be like, why? And the parents be like, because I'm your mom. It's gonna be the same situation because... Yes?
Sorry. What about those OKUs that are blind? Those parents that OKU that are blind and they can't see these things, what would they do?
Well, OKUs are blind. If they are blind, they can hear us speaking, right? I mean, if they are blind, if they are deaf and blind, now that's a problem. But if they are blind, yeah, they can still hear us talking. I don't see a problem in that actually. And anyway, we want the children and the parents to have a mutual, healthy relationship so that both sides know what's going on. Both sides can understand the importance of being a responsible digital citizens. Ladies and gentlemen, what do we define by too late? This is too late. This is too late. This is too late. We're not trying to say that it's too late to save these people. We're not trying to say it's too late to save those who have been involved in cybercrime. But we're saying it's too late because the damage has been done. These people will be mentally and physically scarred for life, as well as the people around them, ladies and gentlemen. Educate before it's too late. Now, if SMK Cyberjaya has this problem, it is not impossible for the other schools to not have the same problem. Which is why we propose to expand. With our limited resources as a student, we have already reached over 500 people on an established platform, engaged with over 200 students, have about 50 posts reacting, 50 participants in our campaign. What more if we expand? What more if we collaborate with CSM, MCMC, the Ministry of Education, Cybersecurity Malaysia? Oh wait, that's the same thing. Anyway, yeah, that's just how important Cybersecurity Malaysia is to us, ladies and gentlemen. We need to clap for them. Just imagine how much more we can do if we expand our campaign on a more credible platform. For example, keep our women and children, #CyberSAFE, 22nd October in Hotel Royal Chulan. This is not shameless promotion. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But please be there. You will get a lot of information. And what I'm trying to say is this campaign is already having an established audience. This campaign is already reaching out to Malaysians. So what more can we achieve if we collaborate? Because instead of starting something new, we should improve on what we have to save resources so that people will understand that we're not being ambitious by putting idea after idea, but rather being innovative in continuously improving what we have. Now, I admit, yes, this will take time. Yes, this will take effort. And yes, this will take money. But ladies and gentlemen, please remember, if you think this is too much work, remember, do this for the children. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the speech from the Team A. Thank you to Adriana. And let's take 3 minutes break for POE to discuss on the questions.